Hello, my name is Harley Byrne. I'm a senior in MC20.
Hi, my name is Megan Jensen, and I'm also a senior in MC20. My senior year of high school, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she had actually gone 3 years without getting any sort of mammograms or checkups, and then she went in for one finally, and they actually found a large mass, and it had spread into her lymph nodes. And during that time, it was really hard transferring into college while my mom was doing chemotherapy and radiation. Luckily, after all that, she ended up being okay that time. The second time around happened this summer, where she thought the cancer had spread even more into her bones, making it a different type of cancer. That would ultimately end up being terminal if that is what she had. Luckily, we did several tests and that was not the case, and she is okay now. But I think through Zeta, I learned the importance of getting yearly mammograms and yearly checkups and how important that can be, because my mom didn't do that, and it ended up being really hard for all of us. This summer when it happened, I think the first person that I texted about it was Harley, because I just knew that she would be there for me, and if it wasn't for her and all of my other friends in Zeta, I definitely don't think I could have gotten through that.
My favorite thing by far about Zeta is the friendships that it's been able to help me create, especially with Megan. And I think that is just such an amazing philanthropy and cause that we're able to raise money for and raise awareness for, just because of how many girls that it's impacted. And even if you haven't been directly impacted in your family, there's someone right beside you that has. And I think that's been the biggest thing for me, just because it's been able to unite so many girls within our chapter, knowing that someone's been deeply affected by this, and that it's able to just deeper cultivate more relationships, and also it's able to unite and bond everyone on a much bigger level. And so I think by far that's one of my favorite things about it, and then all the amazing girls that I've been able to meet through it.
Hi, I'm Kim McCarthy Teschendorf, and I joined Zeta here at Baylor in spring 1988, long time. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in February 2019. I did all the good stuff, chemo, radiation, and I remember my oncologist saying, we can fight this with all of the research. Just even in the past 10 years, things have come so far, and that it's not necessarily a death sentence. Breast cancer has been Zeta's philanthropy, I think, for about 30 years. I was a young alum when the big push came, and in that I used to, I remember I went and volunteered at races, and Zeta was always sponsoring the Survivor Trent, and I remember another time, Zeta has always been big on that education piece. And Think Pink is such a part of our vernacular that it is the awareness of breast cancer. You see pink ribbons and you know what it is. Those pink ribbons probably helped save my life. And being a Zeta, it makes me really proud that my sorority is like boots on the ground in pushing education and awareness. There could be somebody walking on campus in October and seeing the pink ribbons and could be going, oh, I need to schedule a mammogram. Or it could be another student walking on campus who has a family member going through breast cancer, and just knowing that there's a whole group of people who are in it with you, who are fighting with you, gives hope. It's not just the fundraising, it really is the awareness and the education. Although the fundraising certainly helps, because it certainly helped, forward treatment, so that when I got breast cancer, my oncologist could tell me, don't be scared, we can beat this. Your prognosis is really good. Treatment has come a long way. There still is things that can be done, but really I think the important thing is the early detection, because the sooner they can kill it, the sooner you can get to getting back to a life without cancer.
Hi, my name's Brayden Kendall. I'm from MC21 and I'm a senior here at Baylor. In 2013, my aunt was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. It really took my family by surprise. We weren't expecting it. My aunt was the life of the party. She walked into a room and she commanded it. She was about 5'11". Throughout her journey with breast cancer, I watched her really struggle because at stage 4, there was not much that they could really do. She decided to go through the homeopathic route, so she took vitamins and did just like anything that she could that wasn't chemo and radiation. Through that, she just became very weathered and small. She weighed under 100 pounds at the end of her journey, which was in 2017. She wasn't supposed to pass away. It was a big shock to our family. The cancer metastasized into lung and bone cancer. And February 15th, 2017, she went to be with the Lord. I had no clue where I wanted to go to college at this point. I was a junior in high school, and I decided to stay close to home because I thought that would be what was best. And I never felt at home at this university. I never found my people, and so I decided to transfer. Baylor was the first school that popped into my mind, and I applied and got in, and in August of 2020, I transferred to Baylor. Immediately, Zetas were DMing me, reaching out to me. Hey, we want to get coffee with you, lunch. These girls were just so genuine and nice. I just wasn't expecting to be like surrounded by the warmth. I was at coffee with one Zeta and I asked like, oh, what was Zeta's philanthropy? And she said breast cancer education awareness. And I immediately knew like it was a God thing. My aunt was watching over me. I knew that like Zeta was the place for me. Through our philanthropy and events and raising money and awareness, I've just truly learned like this is the best community that you can be a part of. These girls are here to lift you up and everyone up, whether they're Zetas dealing with breast cancer, have family who has breast cancer, anyone who just needs to be lifted up, these girls are there. Yeah, I love Zeta.